see that building on fire, look.
Which one?
This one, look.
The white one?
Yeah. So you put the shop there.
I thought it was an old building.
It's this one, look, but the fire spreading onto this building here. You can see that one, look. Those two balconies up there and that balcony down there all caught fire.
Did people live there?
Yeah.
Where did it start originally? Do you know?
It's in here. It's this one, look. It's right here.
It started here?
Yeah. So that's the building there, look. It's in the ground.
Yeah.
And then it just came across there.
So the fire is over there. You can just see the smoke just rising there. If you can get it onto there, it's not very good on. Just over there, you can just see it, smoke rising up above the street over there. So what's happened is whizzing up, and then embers or whatever has actually started fires in the
Oh, a photographer did it just so he could get some pictures in LBC.
Yeah, but I need to get him whenever. Well, he was here, I was in here, so you know, I have not started.
Where is he? I'll just follow him down. See sneaky. See what sneaky's after. Well, oh, gold. I wish you'd say Adam, it just sounds weird when you say that. Don't think we can get a better view than that.
So, yeah, don't spend too long here though. I've been told it's absolutely cool, especially.
Oh.
It was quite big. The atmosphere is quite thick with the smell of smoke, and it's still fairly high presence of fire personally.
Yeah, I'm getting off now, I'm tired. I know. Got enough there. We're not going to get any better than that.
No.
Unless we sneak across. Well, there's no security, is there, here? Although the asbestos, I'm saying that, if there is, how come they don't have masks on? You think they'll be freaking out unless they haven't been told. Oh, he's security, I bet. That's about half them. I'd have actually listed it. I'm still tempted.
I've never seen like this before.
Well, it is, but sometimes worth doing. If you're going to get an exclusive, but the thing is, the fire's out. It'd have been worth coming just to have the fire. If I'd known, I'd have come soon. I'm gutted. So I thought, oh, I've made it on time nicely. Yeah. And I thought, lovely jubbler, but if
it just started just before the beginning of the protest.
Yeah, how annoying.
Joey had just been there, do you know what I mean? He'd like seen it on his way here on the bike.
If I'd known how close it was, I'd have said let's nip down first and then go,
because that was just a long...
Yeah, there wasn't much happening, was there? I mean, and we was only 2 minutes away, weren't we? So we could have just come down. Yeah, we're getting off. God, there's loads of them.
Match point.
They've got, yeah, they've gone through. Why can't we?
Don't take the piss and go straight across and walk straight to the side.
I know. God, there's loads of them.
Stop. Hey, right, excuse me here. As I say, you know how bad it is because the fucking building's gone.
But you knew what it was like, I didn't.
Yeah, it were a favourite spot of like graffiti artists and stuff. It was like a big graffiti artist spot.
Oh, it's massive, isn't it? You'll better zoom right down, won't you?
No, I'd like to get it from the Oxford Road side.
Thank you very much. All right.
Cheers, buddy. Have a good one.
Can he get further down? He's got a press pass. Would you allow him down? He has a press pass, so.
Where?
Oh,
just a bit, well, just even a few meters. How far down? Just even if you just got a little bit.
Go down to this post.
lovely.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I was down here 3 hours ago, so
Yeah, it was down, and then mysteriously there was a fire.
I turned up to.
A few people have said that. I was just chatting to a guy there. He says last time I was in Manchester was '96 after the bombs. Might need to get the details. But
Well, interesting thing is, right, as far as we did a little bit of research from our desk, apparently a planning permission thing just went on that.
Yeah.
So,
listed buildings. I don't know, student accommodation.
well, why they got
Oh, there. Yeah.
We also got told that it was packed full of everything you wouldn't want to be on fire. Asbestos in the roof, because it's an old printing press, all the printing ink seeped into all the floorboards and shit. So we got told that this was.
I don't know much about that.
Where we stood here a few hours ago.
Wow. So are you freelance?
Yeah, well, I shoot for Army.
Alright.
I shoot for Press Wire.
Say again? Yeah. No, not at the moment. No. Which is Macintosh Mill, sorry? The one on the left?
Yeah, so we shoot for, I shoot for a wire called Alarmy, and then we distribute it to every single major outlet in the country. So we put our distribution out about 3 hours ago, about 20-30 minutes after it happened. I know we're in LBC News, and we're probably in a few others.
How would you get paid for that then?
I get paid if pictures get used. Pictures get used, we get paid. That easy. Depends. This sort of stuff, yeah. But it's really rare that you're in this. Just happen to be in the right area. I was down to pull that protest that's in that were in St Peter's.
Oh,
Palestine.
Palestine.
So I was down to cover that. Literally just arrived, getting my gear set up. Saw smoke going across, like down in front of that road outside Extras Road station. And I went, fucking hell, what's going on here? And I literally just called the officer, sorry I'm going to be late, and I ran.
Well, that's what we were working on. Yeah, but then they pulled us off.
I literally ran all the way down the street until I found where it was coming from. But I've photographed that building loads of times. It's like a graffiti hotspot.
Oh, is it?
So it's always a good one if you're doing street photography.
Grade 1 listed building or something.
Grade 1 listed, well, some might say that's why they're having some real difficulty in a prime spot in Manchester. Some might say that, and some might say that.
Conspiracy.
Some might say that.
Some might say that the most obvious criminal is the one with ginger hair.
I'm not ginger.
You're ginger. Look, he's denying it. Now you can see he's ginger, so you know he's not telling the truth. So that's sufficient time. Look at his beard. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Convenient. No, we put these 20-30 pictures down, so we can put the next one and see if we can get front on. That's the only angle that I couldn't get. That's the only angle that I couldn't get. Just how intense it was. But yeah, we got told I mean, I've been coughing for the last 3 hours, but we got told to walk up. Not only with that, but literally all the graffiti artists have been in it. Every single wall, every single graffiti wall.
Everything in there is toxic.
Toxic fumes, and as I say, it was an old print one, so I might have a picture of it. So I probably spotted it on my last shooting trip to Manchester. I always swing by. I'm going to get knocked down now. So that's literally the front of the car, but all of them. That's what it used to look like. So it's like a big street thing to street. So that's what it used to look like.
Oh, so yeah. It was fully empty, was it?
Yeah, well, apart from the graffiti art, as I say, all the graffiti on it used to change all the time.
So it was definitely empty when it went up in flames, because I mean, if there was some homeless people in there.
The only thing I think might have been in there might have been some poor pigeons. I think pigeons.
Oh, don't say. Oh, what a wuss getting off. Look at it.